What's up again, YouTube? I wanted to make this video because a few people, actually more than a few, like 4 or 5 people actually wrote me personal messages on the fan configurations inside my case and why I had certain fans doing certain things, like why some fans were intaking when they should be exhausting, why some fans were exhausting when they should be intaking, and the answer I gave them was, hey, it's trial by error. And I'm trying to find the best configuration. But what happened was that it really intrigued me onto what is the best configuration. So before I show you what I found today, I'm going to go over so you know what I'm talking about. Of course, if you've been following my videos, you know about hold on, let me get some light, because as you can tell, I'm back to my phone for now because my camera battery died and I can't find the charger for it, and yeah, that's just my luck. So let me turn some light on here. Here we go. Okay. Well, if you've been following my videos, you know you've already seen this custom little fan mount that I built here that goes all the way up to the top, which adds an additional 4 120mm fans. One there, one there, one there, and then one down below there. So all of these are running at a direct 1300 RPM, somewhere around 48 CFM, somewhere around there. So these never changed. These stayed the same the entire time, and I didn't even include the little ram fan guy there because he's just blowing on the ram. But when you hear on this little thing here, these are the dual fans that I talk about. These are for the Corsair H70 self-contained water system. That up there is the top 200mm fan, and this one right here, this 200mm fan, this is the front one. Okay, so now you know what I'm talking about. Front, top, and dual. Alright? So when we look at this page, alright, so we got the ambient room temperature in my room was 21.6 degrees Celsius, or 71 degrees Fahrenheit. That was the ambient room temperature in my room just about the entire time. It might have fluctuated up and down a degree, but nothing drastic. Okay. The original configuration I had was the front fan intaking at 900 RPMs, the top fan intaking also at 900 RPMs, and the dual fans exhausting at 1500 RPMs each. Exhausting means I'm taking the air from the inside of the case and blowing it out the back. Now the CPU I'm using is the AMD 1090T, overclocked to 4.2 gigahertz at 1.54 volts. Alright. With that setup right there, the idle temperatures were 35 degrees Celsius, or 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, that was the original setup that I had. And then I switched them around. I made the front fan an intake. I left that the same. The top fan as an exhaust. I flipped that one around and left the dual fans as exhaust. Kept that exactly the same. Same setup, same processor, same overclock, same voltages. And it actually went up a degree. The temps went up to 36 degrees Celsius, or 93.8 Fahrenheit. Okay? It went up with that, I guess, because I was drawing hot air up from my, the 200mm fan was drawing hot air up from my graphics card at a higher rate and being sucked in by the dual fans and warming the water inside the cooler. Now the next configuration I did, and people were probably asking why I did it this way, but I wanted to cover all the bases. So I turned all the fans to exhaust. I was sucking all the air out. I turned the front fan, the top fan, and everything else to exhaust. All blowing all air out of my case. Same setup, same processor, same overclock, same voltages, and that would actually raise the temperature a lot. Almost 40 degrees Celsius. 39 degrees Celsius is the highest it reached. 102.2 degrees Fahrenheit. Just so you know, all of these were idle temps after 30 minutes. I let the computer boot and then rest for 30 minutes and then test the temperatures after 30 minutes. I didn't do anything. I didn't surf the web. I didn't touch nothing. I turned off the screensavers and everything, so it just sat there for 30 minutes with each one of these tests. So after 30 minutes, it was 39 degrees Celsius. And the final configuration I came up with, which is the best one so far, I turned the front fan back around to an intake. The top fan is an exhaust, pulling out all the hot air. And I flipped around the H70. Okay, I flipped it around to pull cold air in from the rear of the case, blowing the hot air in, but then it's just being drawn directly out the top by that massive 200 millimeter fan. Same CPU, same overclock, same voltages, and that one dropped it down to 29 degrees Celsius or 84.2 degrees Fahrenheit. That was the best setup that I had. So I don't know if people do this the same way with the same setup or whatever, that they'll reach these temperatures. Like I said, I do have a lot of extra fans in here, moving around a whole lot of extra air. But the primary one was the H7. As you can see, I kind of turned it sideways too. I used to have it with the tubes down here at the bottom, and it would come up, but I turned it sideways. It gave me a little more room for my RAM fans there, but yeah, let me turn it off. That's kind of bright. But yeah, that is the best setup that I found. Keeping this fan as an exhaust, drawing out massive amounts of air directly out the top, and letting that one just do its thing, just sucking cold air from the rear. And of course, all my lower fans down here, and this 200 millimeter in the front here, keep the rear of my case nice and frigid, while forcing all the hot air out that way. So it keeps my ambient temperatures inside my case relatively cool, which is great for long sessions of gaming. So I really hope that answered your question. And of course, if you have any questions or comments or whatever, feel free to post them to my page, and I'll answer them immediately. And as always, have a great day, YouTube.